Hello everyone and welcome back to the progress update for this remake of Body Harvest. I'm Zarar and we've got a lot of things to talk about today. So first off, as you can see, we've remade the Nico supplies truck and Nico, I don't really know. Anyways, so we've also implemented a destruction system for the vehicles and we're just gonna show that off now. So besides that, we have also implemented the Grimly transport. We tried to go as accurate with this as we could, though personally I think the team did a fairly decent job of replicating the feel of the vehicle. So yeah, I'll let you enjoy this destruction system. Right, so what I'm trying to do here is shoot the engine because we've set up the vehicle system in a way that if you damage just the engine enough, it actually blows off the vehicle and disables it. So also since the fuel tank on the specific model of trucks was right behind the engine, right? So the engine being on fire also makes the fuel tank catch fire too because it's so near it. You can actually aim for the fuel tank separately and just set the whole thing on fire if you want, and I guess it's more easier to see on the bike since the fuel tank is so exposed as opposed to these trucks. Okay, I think that's enough for the destruction parts. Now let's see how they drive. Oh, and you can also run over people too because why not? It's fun. You can also hit the bugs, but that doesn't do a lot of damage, though that might change in the future. We've also implemented some quality of life features like turn signals and brake lights. I mean, it's something that we did have to do for the next level, so it was really just easier to be done with this now than later. So the vehicles also incur fall damage, which took us a while to get right, but it's really something I had a lot of fun building because it just looks really cool. So the vehicles also incur damage from each other, and while we don't think much about it, there's just so many interactions that developers have to account for. But yeah, when it does work as one cohesive system, it works quite well and looks really nice. Oh, and also you can throw yourself out of vehicles if, you know, getting road rash is your thing. Now this is more of an internal thing, but the vehicles also have different armor values. So here we have 3 vehicles with no armor, slight armor, and a fully armored vehicle. It doesn't reduce the damage taken or anything, it just makes the vehicle less bendy. So later on in the video, I'm also going to talk about this tank, which was also really fun to implement. Oh, and that is the bike's fuel tank I was talking about. We'll get to that in a minute too. So here we show off some of the vehicle's AI, and you know, it's one of those things that we really just take for granted, but yeah, it's an absolute heck to develop. So anyways, moving on, let me show you some of the lighting stuff that we've been working on. Now the game's atmosphere is designed to actually get really dark at night, so in this case the lights actually work quite well, especially when you're prowling around hunting down bugs at night. Alright, so let's talk about the bike. This is the Riley 150, classic bike from the Grease stage. Yeah, it was quite fun to implement this too, especially with all the leaning and the moving mechanics, and the character can actually get thrown off the bike if he hits the ground too hard, and yeah, you can also do stunts with it. Alright, so let me show you some of the first person view stuff that we've been improving upon. It's still not perfect, but it's better than what we previously had, and though on a side note, well, the first person itself is a side note. We might just remove it entirely in the final release, I don't know. So I want to talk about a little feature in the game that I refer to as the ECM, or the Equipment Context Menu, which is just a little menu of all the controls and options related to the character and the vehicles that are nice to have, but they don't warrant a binding of an input key to. So they can go here, for example, like changing the camera sights, rotation modes, changing seats in vehicles, unlocking the accelerator, which is really fun if you want to like ram the vehicle into something but don't want to be in the vehicle when that happens. Alright, so let's talk about the interaction system we implemented. So holding down the interaction button will show you all of the interactables near you. These include the vehicles you can enter, any buttons you can press, levers you can pull, and even silly things like, opening the hood of a vehicle to check engine oil or anything. Alright, now let's talk about the tank. It's a tank. I mean, who doesn't like a good tank? Though to be honest, this tank won't be in the game because it's not correct for the time period. However, this does serve as the base class for the Crocodile Mark IV that we will implement. Besides this, I just wanted to show this off because this took a lot of time to make. And the destruction this causes, it's really nice and fun. So yeah, enjoy. Plus I also got some really nice slow motion shots off of this. And lastly, let me show you some of the tank's first-person views, some of the combat, and some nighttime views. Once again, the Crocodile will have all of this, which we should have ready in the next update. We also have plans to implement some more period-specific vehicle varieties, like cannons, a horse maybe, and oh god, I'm gonna butcher this, the Panzer Kampfwagen. Yeah. So yeah, stay tuned for that. And with that being said, thank you for tuning into this update. Thank you to the few patrons that have stuck with us this far. And if you like what we do, the best way to support our development is, of course, through Patreon. Finally, with that said, have a good day.